History remembers the headlines, we find the bylines. This is the Unsung. In the smoky, tense heart of Allied command, one man stands beside the supreme commander. As Eisenhower scans the map of Europe, a battlefield of millions, another general points, his finger jabbing with decisive force. This isn't a politician or a celebrated field marshal. This is General Walter Bedell Smith, nicknamed Beetle. He was Eisenhower's chief of staff, his enforcer, the man who turned grand strategy into brutal reality. Every great leader needs someone who gets things done, no matter how messy. For Eisenhower, that man was Smith. Imagine the chaos of World War II. Supply lines stretching thousands of miles, millions of soldiers from different countries, all needing to move, eat, and fight as one. It was Smith's job to make it all work. His mind was a steel trap with a photographic memory and an obsession with detail. While generals like the flamboyant George Patton and the cautious Bernard Montgomery argued and vied for resources, Smith was the one who had to bang their heads together. He was the ultimate operational manager, the logistical genius who ensured the gears of the Allied war machine never stopped turning. He was famously abrasive, a bulldog who never shied away from a fight or a hard truth. Eisenhower was the diplomat, the charismatic leader who held the coalition together. But it was Smith who played the bad cop. He was the one who had to say no, to deliver the unpopular orders, to absorb the anger and frustration of the commanders. This freed Eisenhower to focus on the big picture, on strategy and international politics. Smith's value wasn't just his intellect. It was his willingness to be the villain for the greater good. He was the lightning rod that protected the supreme commander. His role went far beyond logistics. In 1943, when Italy was ready to collapse, it was Smith who was sent to handle the delicate and complex surrender negotiations. Picture the scene, a formal, high-stakes meeting. On one side, defeated Italian officers. On the other, Beetle Smith, not as a diplomat, but as the stern face of Allied victory. He didn't offer comforting words. He laid down the terms, clear and non-negotiable. He personally managed the surrender, a critical turning point that knocked one of the Axis powers out of the war. It was a masterclass in applying pressure and control, a testament to his ice-cold nerve. He wasn't just a paper pusher. He was a key player on the world stage. So, how vital was he really? Let's consider D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history. The planning was a nightmare of unprecedented scale. Thousands of ships, tens of thousands of aircraft, hundreds of thousands of men, all converging on a few miles of French coastline. Every single detail, from the timing of the naval bombardment to the allocation of landing craft, passed through Smith's office. He was the central hub, the man who had to ensure that the American, British, and Canadian forces, with all their rivalries and different methods, could execute a single, flawless plan. Many historians argue that without Smith's ruthless efficiency and his ability to force cooperation, the entire command structure would have fractured under the immense pressure. The D-Day landings could have failed. The war in Europe could have dragged on for years longer, or even taken a different, darker turn. Smith was the linchpin. The story of Beetle Smith forces us to redefine what we think of as leadership. It's not always about grand speeches or battlefield heroics. Sometimes it's about the person behind the scenes, the one with the clipboard and the sharp tongue, who makes the entire enterprise possible. He proved that the person who makes the machine work is just as vital as the person who designs it. His legacy didn't end with Germany's surrender. When the war was over and a new, colder conflict began, America needed an intelligence agency. And who did they call upon to become the director of Central Intelligence and build the CIA from the ground up? Walter Bedell Smith, the man who knew how to manage secrets, tame egos, and build a powerful organization from nothing. From the war rooms of Europe to the clandestine corridors of Langley, Beetle Smith was the indispensable man, the ultimate fixer. He was the byline to Eisenhower's headline, the engineer of victory. His is a story of how grit, intelligence, and a willingness to be unpopular can change the course of history. There are so many hidden figures like Smith, the men and women who operated in the shadows of the great events we all know. Their stories are waiting to be told. If you want to discover more of the unsung heroes who truly shaped our world, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.